During summer break, I got a part-time job at an old cinema archive on the edge of town. The building stored forgotten film reels and banned horror movies that were never meant to be seen by the public. I worked the night shift alone because no one else was willing to stay after dark. At the time, I had no idea that one night there would become the most terrifying memory of my life. That evening, heavy rain pounded against the cracked windows of the aging building. I was organizing dusty film reels in the basement when I heard faint footsteps echoing from upstairs. I tried to convince myself it was just the old structure settling in the storm. Then I remembered I was completely alone inside. Slowly, I climbed the stairs and looked down the long hallway. All the lights were off except for a single red emergency bulb flickering overhead. At the far end of the corridor, I saw a tall shadow stretching unnaturally along the wall. As soon as I stepped toward it, the shadow disappeared. My heart began to race, but I forced myself to stay calm. I walked into the control room to check the security cameras. Every camera angle was clear except for the basement feed. On that screen, there was only static and two glowing eyes flickering in the darkness. I decided to lock the basement door immediately, but when I reached it, the door was already locked from the inside. A faint scratching sound echoed from within the walls. It sounded like something trying to claw its way out. I rushed to the phone to call for help, but the line was dead. The cord hadn't been unplugged, it had been cleanly sliced. A sudden chill ran down my spine as I felt someone standing behind me. When I turned around, there was nothing there but shadows. Without warning, the projector room powered on by itself. An old black and white horror film began playing on the large screen. On the screen was a young man wearing the exact same clothes as me. He stared directly into the camera, smiled slowly, and whispered, "You're next." The air in the room grew colder as the lights began to flicker violently. I heard something moving rapidly through the air vents above me. Metal grates rattled as if something was crawling inside them. Suddenly, one of the vent covers crashed onto the floor. From the darkness inside the vent, two pale eyes stared down at me. They didn't blink or move, they just watched. I tried to run, but I slipped and fell hard against the ground. The projector light cast my shadow on the wall, but my shadow was not alone. The next morning, the owner found me unconscious on the floor. Every vent in the building was open, and film reels were scattered everywhere. Security footage showed me talking all night to something unseen, but there was no one else visible in the recording. Even now, when I try to sleep, I hear the faint hum of a projector. Sometimes cold air drifts from the vent in my room, carrying a quiet whisper. The same whisper repeats over and over in the dark. The film isn't over yet.